name is Team Jessee, and we're coming to you live from Channel 12 Patriot News. I've got with me here Coach Bill Belichick and quarterback Tom Brady.
Hi.
Coming off a big win against undefeated Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the once undefeated Miami Dolphins. Got them, didn't we, boys?
Yeah.
What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about coaching and what you do, Coach Belichick, to help your players. Obviously, Tom, superstar quarterback, so you all worked well together. And I'm just trying to get an understanding of, how you all have gotten to where you are today. The success you all have had is unbelievable, and I'm just trying to learn that. So I just got a few questions for you. I appreciate your time today. Coach Belichick, we'll start with you, okay?
Okay.
Well, I know there are no specific education requirements for all coaches, but many possess a bachelor's degree in sports science, exercise, kinesiology, fitness, physical education, or physiology. Additionally, many teachers work as high school coaches in part-time positions.
Yes.
Coach, I know you've been coaching for a long time, many years. So, where did you start out at, and where did you move up through the ranks?
Well, I started out at, high school football.
You coached some high school football. You played high school football too, didn't you?
Yeah. I really loved football when I played it, but I think I'm a better coach than.
Well, you definitely are a phenomenal coach, and all the Patriot fans are very lucky to have you and Tom. You guys have really done a great job, obviously. So, Coach, you coached at the high school level. You moved up, and then I know you're, I think, an assistant coach, right, in the NFL, and then you become the head coach of a premier team in football. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. Great job on that. But
Thank you.
so it kind of leads me into the next question. All right, success. Don't you think, Coach, success really depends on the individual? I mean, how hard you're going to go out there and work. It seems to me goal-driven coaches can move up quickly. And I feel like, when I watch a Patriots game, I see you over there. I see Tom out there throwing touchdown passes. So don't you think that's crucial to be in?
But I have a great team.
And that means everything, doesn't it? Having a great team and players that work with you.
Mm-hmm. When you try the best, you be the best.
There you go. That's right. Also know this profession is becoming. There are many coaches out there.
Yeah.
And the field of personal and professional coaching has grown rapidly over the past 15 years. What do you attribute that to? Do you think that there are more coaches just because people like sports, or like what got you into wanting to be the head coach of the New England Patriots, or in the very beginning to be the head coach of a high school team?
That made me. I really love my teammates here. I really love Tommy.
Yep. He's a pretty good quarterback, isn't he?
Yeah.
You guys have been playing together years or something?
Yeah. But I be the best, try the best. But I try my best, and that's how it works.
Well, what do you think, Tom? What do you think makes a great coach? How has he helped you over the years become, maybe many consider the greatest quarterback to ever play the game? How has Coach helped you do that?
He's pushed me, like, since I've been in the NFL and all that. He's pushed me, and that's what pushes me to do my job.
Right. I can understand that. I'm sure there are many students, undergraduate students, I'm sure even high school students, they look up to you guys. So what do you think, what are the key things? I've got some here that I think, but what do you think are the key things to make people successful in the profession? I think being proactive and involved are crucial in becoming successful in the coaching field. Study hard and constantly trying to gather knowledge from other coaches, from other individuals. Just gathering input from everyone. That's what makes a successful coach. And Coach Belichick, I know you've done that for years, and I'm sure, Tom, you hear Coach telling you those things that he knows. I'm sure he tells you every day in practice, But so, what do you think? What do you think, Tom, makes a successful coach, successful team?
I really think as long as he's doing his job, he's encouraging me to do my job, and
Encouragement.
That's all that really matters to me is him encouraging me to do my job.
Hard work. I know before you ran some cross country, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I heard you got better and better.
Which is 50th to like 17th.
Yeah, I've heard that. So, and I've heard that your coach out there pushes you. You're getting tired, you're going to run up a hill. I think I witnessed it. Coach is saying, go, go, go. And you found that inner strength, but that coach helped you out, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it takes, teamwork, and that's what it takes to be a great coach. I've also reviewed like a typical career path for coaching. I know a lot of the high school and college coaches have to obtain the requirements to become a coach, such as a bachelor's degree and, of course, other educational requirements. I'm sure, Coach Belichick, you've done that and a whole lot more. What I found interesting was I learned that the average income for a coach is $41,000 a year.
Yeah.
$41,000 a year. I know, Coach Belichick, you make a whole lot more money than that, don't you? Probably make the millions, aren't you? But one time, you didn't make that much money, did you?
Because my game didn't win enough.
Well, I've got to ask you. So you graduated college, and you love the game of football, obviously. So what made you, with making that low of an income, what made you want to keep coaching?
Well, I just love football so much, and I just love it, and
Love teaching the game, don't you?
And Tom Brady here loves it, and all that,
And what is that saying you all have, Tom, that everybody says to each other? I know, I've heard about the Patriots. Do your job, right?
Do your job.
And so every person on the team knows, do your job. I mean, that's the way it works, isn't it? And it starts with Coach, doesn't it? Coach Belichick, is that right?
Yeah.
Have to agree with me, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. I know when I think of successful coaches, some names come to mind. Coach John Wooden at UCLA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blue coach. Another one I know you guys are going to know, Vince Lombardi, Green Bay Packers. Dean Smith was a phenomenal college basketball coach. Bear Bryant, Red Auerbach. One of my favorite coaches ever, and that's just because he coached one of my favorite players, is Michael Jordan. But the coach, his name is Phil Jackson, and he was just a phenomenal coach.
He is a good man.
But when I think about all these guys, and they all had different styles. So wouldn't you agree, Coach Belichick, there's not just one style. There are different ways to coach, right? And so you've got to change as your players change. Everybody has to adapt and work hard, don't they, to be successful? I mean, you know more than I do. Is that right, Coach? Is that right, Tom?
Yes.
You guys are probably constantly coming new plays, constantly changing, and that's how you all got where you are. You can't just stay one team for 20 years and expect to be successful. You've got to adapt to how the game changes. And Coach Belichick, you've done a great job. Tom is a phenomenal quarterback. Every time I look up, he's throwing a touchdown pass. Left and right, Edelman, Gronk. Who else you got there, Tom? Hogan,
Edelman.
Yeah. Who's the other guy? Dorsett, throwing him some touchdown passes.
I love him. He's doing great.
Well, let me ask this, Coach. how many hours do you work in a week? I mean, I know you got to be watching videos and learning plays and learning what defense is doing each and every single week. I know you're working on weekends because your game is every Sunday for the most part. You may have some Thursday games thrown in.
Yeah.
But so every Sunday you're out there coaching. So you're working Monday through Sunday, aren't you?
Yeah.
Over 50 hours a week, Coach?
Mm-hmm. Well, over the week, I try my best, and that's how you be the best.
That is how you be the best. Yeah. We got that, I think. But we've got, how many hours do you think you work? 50, 60? Maybe 70 hours a week?
I think probably 12 hours.
12 hours a day. 12 hours a day, that's a lot. 12 hours a day, so 5 days a week, 7 days a week. You do 7 times 12, that's 84 hours that you're working a week. Whew, putting in some time. All right, guys. So obviously the job responsibilities, the job changes throughout the year. I know you guys are always playing through February, through the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You guys make Super Bowl every year, don't you?
Well, it's kind of hard last year, and we didn't do it. We couldn't do it, but we were close.
Yeah.
We tried our best, as like he said.
Yeah.
We tried.
I know you did, and you guys won the Super Bowl year before last. But that's what I'm saying. You guys are always there. But the point I was going to make, so there's all this work, all this goes into it, but it ends right there. And so it does change throughout the year, doesn't it? Because March and April roll around, and you guys can kind of take it easy for a little bit, and then you get back at it, and you're training again, you're getting ready for a new season, and so throughout the year, obviously your job changes. I mean, because I'm going with your motto, do your job, and so every person on that team has a job to do, and it changes, doesn't it, throughout the year? All right, guys. Well, listen, I seriously, I'm very appreciative of you guys coming out today. I've got one more question, though, for Coach Belichick. And the thing is, how frequently do people in this profession change jobs? I mean, because you're at a point right now, we were talking about earlier, you're at the very elite level. You're at the top. You're at the best program in the National Football League. But you had to change jobs a few times, didn't you, to get to this point?
But I try my best in other jobs, but I really do good in all of my jobs, and I try my best, and that's how you be the best. I've been talking about that.
You have talked about that a lot, to be the best.
But,
You're a man of few words, Coach Belichick, but I'll tell you what, you're very intelligent. You've been very successful, and we applaud you for everything you've done. Tom, great job. Keep throwing touchdown passes.
Thank you.
Guys, any closing comments here? I appreciate your time today. I'm sure all the Patriots fans out there are going to be ready to hear this breaking news about coaching and understanding what it takes to be a successful coach. Do you have anything you want to say? We're going to start with Tom.
I'm appreciative seeing you today. I hope you have a well-rested day.
Thank you.
You're a good man.
Thank you. You are too, Tom.
better ones for me.
You are too, Tom. You got a beautiful wife and a huge home and got a pretty good life there, Tommy.
Thank you.
Coach Belichick, what's your closing?
Well, I know football's like a national thing, like an awesome, like, spouse to do, but it's really hard. Like, I would do it, but it's super hard, but I still like it.
You love it, don't you, Coach? Yeah, one more question. Do you guys ever think about retiring? I know, Tom, you say you're going to play till you're 90. I mean, are you still going to play till you're 90? Or
Maybe. I'm kind of getting pretty old. I've hit that 40 range.
And those, well, let's not say that's too old. All right, Tom? And 40's not too bad. But you've taken a lot of hits over the years, haven't you?
Yes.
Coach Belichick, are you thinking about retiring anytime soon, or are you going to stick around?
I'm gonna stay around. I'm gonna keep being on this, but if I will get too old, I'm gonna have to retire. But I'm gonna wait until probably 95 or something.
95. That's a good quitting age. I mean, that'd be a lot of years. Well, guys, thanks a lot. We appreciate y'all coming out. That's all we got. That was live from Channel 12 Patriot News today. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well,
Coach?